Hello, human dinosaurs. This is Lopho, and today we are here to talk about the new dinosaur releases of 2021. Yes, so now you guys, by the time you guys are watching this, this is probably the last day of 2020, which means that we can finally escape this year of a shithole. Yeah. So yes, except for that, we before we do that though, we should better take a look at what dinosaurs are going to be released and from what toy companies next year to to save up your budget, or if you have a Christmas this upcoming January, which dinosaurs you guys should buy, right? So yes, so we'll be taking the main dinosaur companies into by and showcasing all the new dinosaur releases that they're gonna have this year. So yeah, I have a complete list right next to me, and I'm gonna show you guys some pictures and some basic opinions what I think about these dinosaur figures. So yeah. So just in case you guys are wondering, the companies that we are going to be talking about is going to be Schleich, it's gonna be a Safari, we're gonna have Collector, we're gonna talk about Mattel, and we're gonna talk about Papo, and we're gonna be talking about X Plus, Takaratomi, and a company called F Toys, which is a company that specializes in making dinosaur gadget figures. So yeah. So without further ado, let's start with Schleich, shall we? So the first Schleich dinosaur that is gonna be released is, I mean, they are probably gonna be released in the same time, but we're gonna talk about this guy the first because this guy is the first one on my lineup. So this guy is the Schleich Caprasuchus, and yeah, I mean it's one of the rather decent looking Schleich dinosaurs because Schleich dinosaurs tend to either look one way or the other. So yeah, a bit decent, but from the from the footage I've seen, this Caprasuchus is a bit big. So yeah, just take that in mind. It's bigger than you think it is. So the next one is the Apatosaurus or Brontosaurus, whatever you like to call it, but I think it's a Brontosaurus, right? So, anyways, surprisingly enough, what I have to tell about this figure is they actually got the arms correct. So yeah, the front limbs only have one claw at each hand, and because the others are in their flesh chunk. So yeah, we have the Brontosaurus, which I mean the colors are I mean they're kind of okay, but for some reason this reminds me of the Mattel's mini Apatosaurus. I don't know why, but yeah. I mean it's a decent figure, it looks decent. So next one we have Schleich Pachycephalosaurus. So I think they're going for the theory that Dracorex was a baby Pachycephalosaurus because this Pachycephalosaurus looks like looks like it has the same coloring as Dracorex. So yeah. But the thing is, what I find a bit absurd about this guy is this guy looks like it's got his neck really its neck looks cracked. I don't know why, but it gives me the feeling that this guy broke his neck. So yeah. And also big feet as well because for balance. So the next one we have Ceratosaurus, a bit decent, but his hands are pronated, and yeah, the pose isn't really to my taste, but yeah, I mean, I guess it looks nice. And the next one is a bit hideous. It's technically, they say it's a mosasaur. It doesn't look anything like one though. It looks like a weird sea serpent to me, honestly. Its fins are too small as well. It's got this weird, ugly, colors as well that doesn't really fit a marine reptile. I mean, the mosasaur likely didn't have these snake-like scales on its body like this figure, and these weird osteoderms on his back as well. But some people suggest that this guy was actually based off a Plotosaurus and not a Mosasaurus, and I can kind of see where they're coming from because the body shape in general looks more like that of a primitive ichthyosaur than a mosasaur. So yeah, but whatever. They say it's a Mosasaurus, I guess we just gotta agree with it. And these two are the sets that we talked about in News Pangeo, actually. So these sets are the playset that includes the helicopter and Tapiara, and the jetpack set with Tupusuara. So I can kind of get past the Tapiara set, but I have no friggin' hell what the jetpack set is trying to imply. Like, is that like a slingshot on the jetpack? Like, what even is that? Is this some kind of dinosaur capture thing? I don't know. I think it's more like a capture thing. but the picture looks like it looks like some kind of ring you hang across the dinosaur. So yeah, it looks very weird. So but the Tuposaur kind of looks like the head kind of looks similar to the Papo version. But I guess that's just an illusion. So yeah, but Tuposaura by Schley, that's quite a new change. A change for a species. Yeah, definitely a new one. So then next up we have Safari. So Safari is in a company that is usually released in Korea. So I don't really know what to say against it, but yeah. So the collector released three main dinosaurs and two of their from their fantasy line. So which by which means that like technically they aren't from the dinosaur line, but they are still dinosaurs. So I decided to include them because why the hell not? So first of all we have the Baryonyx, very beautiful looking. At least the colors look nice. Safari is famous for being surprisingly highly accurate. So yeah, the body shape looks very nice as well. So next up we have Daspletosaurus. Its colors might be a bit too yellowish, but I like it because I don't think we have a lot of figures from Daspletosaurus that are quite decent as this one. So yeah. And the next one is the Spinosaurus, which, by the way, like when they teased it with a silhouette, everyone was excited, but they released the color scheme, everyone friggin' laughed, cause, like, what the hell is this color scheme? I mean, it doesn't look like it looks like some kind of small amphibian would have this color, not a friggin' 18-meter long predator. Like, it looks so weird. I mean, sometimes it's better to go to make your creative choices, but I don't know, the color scheme is a bit off-putting for me, to honestly. But everyone each to their own. But the sculpt itself is very nice. I like the sculpt, but not a much of a fan of its coloring. So next up we have the armored trike. So yeah, it's an armored triceratops. What else do we have to say? But well, because it's Safari, they got the toe number correct. So nice. Also a T-Rex as well. This guy looks like some kind of Dinotopian T-Rex. Yeah. Its arms are very long, bit ugly looking, but kind of cool nonetheless. Would make a really nice diorama scene. So yeah, that was all the dinosaurs for Safari. So let's move on to Collector. So Collector has a bunch of releases. So collectors tend to showcase their entire yearly releases in one go. So yeah, they release tons of dinosaurs. So first of all, we have this beautiful Memenchisaurus. So yeah, it's very nice, and it even has this small tail club at the end of its tail. So nice nice that they went for it. It might look very good with my collector Daxia Titan as well, because it's a very similar long neck, and I think they're gonna be the similar size, right? So next up we have the newly discovered Camuisaurus. I think this guy is the new Lambeosaurin that was discovered in Africa, I think. So yeah, very new, and the yellowish part under its eyes like kind of remind me of a bit of a tribal coloring, which I like. I like the colorings. Yeah. And of course, the collector sculpts are very well, but I don't know how small these figures are going to be, because collector figures, like every time when I buy them and I take in by hand, I'm always surprised at how small they are. Like maybe not the deluxe ones, but the smaller ones, they look really small. So yeah. Next up we have the Elasmosaurus. Surprisingly, not many companies have a decent Elasmosaurus. Yeah, and Collector, I guess, realized it, and they made a Elasmosaurus. So Elasmosauruses are usually depicted in bluish colors, but I love that they went for this brownish beige colors, and pink fins as well. Very nice. And it also has this small tadpole-like tail fin, which is, I mean, it's not like it's implausible, but it's a cute add-on. But we'll never know unless we have more fossil evidence of Elasmosaurus, whether it had a actual real tail rudder or not. So next up we have Doedicarus. Not to be confused with Glypodon, because Glypodon had a very short tail. Doedicarus had this super long tail with that killer club at the end of its tail. This guy was literally a mammal version of Ankylosaurus. So yep, very nice. I don't know if this is fur, but I love how they featured like some. They made it look like a mammal, so it has actually fur on its armor as well. So very nice. I'm not an expert in prehistoric mammals, so I can't really say much, but it looks very nice. So next up we have this dead Brontosaurus. Lovely, but I don't know what happened to its right arm. Yes, it looks like one of these meme videos of the Puertosaurus in the aisle when it falls down a cliff. Yeah, this kind of looks like exactly like after the Puertosaurus has fallen down a cliff. So, yeah, so we got that, and we also have this amazing looking Dilophosaurus. It does have big feet because of balance issues, but yeah, they actually went ahead and made a scientifically accurate Dilophosaurus. You can kind of see the fleshy head crown because of the new discovery, and the right number of claws on its hands, three clawed fingers with the fourth finger not being clawed. Very nice. The colorings kind of remind me of the novel version of Jurassic Park, where it's like leopard colored. Yeah, I don't think that they did that intentionally, but still, very nice. Next up, we have Zephactinus. Yes, it's a giant prehistoric killerfish, and they captured the sense perfectly. Yep, I love it. So, next up, we have a Pteranodon. So it's a deluxe version of Pteranodon because it looks like collectors like each year they're like releasing one big Pteranodon. Last time it was the European Scaphonegnith, I think. I can't remember its name, but last year it was Gui Draco. So this year is gonna be a Pteranodon, which is quite a popular pterosaur, but not many companies managed to get it correct. And Collector did a fairly nice job. It gave it a pelican like neck fleshy balloon as well, and it also gave it a little elephant like tail. Like it's got like these filaments on the tip of its tail. I like it. Next up, we have the Pravitoceras. Not so maybe not popular, but it's not very well known. But yeah, I must say the colorings on its shell remind me of a lollipop. I mean, I don't think I would try and eat it, but I don't know. Maybe little kids would try and eat it. But anyways, it looks delicious, and yeah, we don't really know much about it except for the fact that it's a shell. So the head itself, we'll just have to guess. So it's mostly guesswork. So next up, we have a beautiful Neovenator. It looks a bit tilted to the left by the pictures of it, but I like this iguana-like colorings and their iguana-like neck spikes, neck horns. I don't know what to call it, but yeah, they did a really nice job with the colorings here, and I love how the collector gives most of the dinosaurs some kind of proto feathering. So next up, we have an oldie but goldie. We have a Megalosaurus. Surprisingly, as I said, similar to Elasmosaurus, well known. Not yet many companies make toys out of it, and they did a nice job. I don't know if the mouth is going to be articulated, but yeah, it looks nice. The kind of filaments on its tail remind me of Collector's other Ceratopsian toys, but this is a carnivore, so yep, it's a very unique taste. Yep, I like it. So the next up, we have the third series of Collector's Mini Tube. So we have Mini Iguanodon, Mini Therizinosaurus, Mini Alamosaurus, Mini Guidraco, Mini Argentinosaurus, Mini Maposaurus, Mini Pliosaurus, Mini Oviraptor, Mini Utahraptor, and Mini Mercuryceratops. Yes, these are all the mini dinosaurs that come in wave in the third series of the Collector Minis. With this, which is the AR cards. Honestly, I am not a fan of them because like each of these minis cost like $5 in Korea, and like the set itself with most of the new releases, like the set itself costs like 20, while one mini pack costs like 5. So I don't know if this is gonna be like, it's definitely not economically advantageous, but still, I mean, if you want to have a cool QR dinosaur, I mean AR dinosaur card, I mean, you're all up for it. So, but this AR cards actually have dinosaurs from previous series, such as the Giga, the Omega, the Paki, and the Toro. And the Quetz and Kentro and Lyo are all previous releases. Also the Apatosaurus as well. So, yeah, there is only a few of the new releases in these packs. So, if you have all the previous two lines, there might be a chance of you getting a duplicate here. So next up, we have Mattel. Yes. Mattel, who never fucking releases their toys into Korea, yeah. So, but I heard rumors that they are planning to ship attack packs to Korea, so I'm kind of stoked for that. So, yep. So, let's see. So, they released at least another 2 Raptors. Like, again, Again, Raptors, I guess another repaint. These colors look a bit weird, but yeah, like 2 new Raptor repaints, like always. So the attack pack, we have a new cool Rurus. I love how it's kind of bluish colorings on its head. But I honestly prefer the first coloring. But this kind of reminds me of the like unreleased Proceratosaurus figure. Like the color scheme kind of reminds me of it. Next up, we have the Protoceratosaurus, which is I think the fifth version that Mattel has released. So yes, it is. This guy looks like it's from the Camp Cretaceous line because of its cartoony colorings. I'm not so sure, but yeah, it looks nice. It's got quite decent colorings, a nice collectible. So some people have already spotted this guy, but yeah, this is the Troodon Pectinodon from the Telltale game Troodon. So yeah, they say like it. Sometimes they're released in normal packages, sometimes they're released in Camp Cretaceous packages. But yeah, I mean the colorings look inspired from the Pectinodon from the Telltale game series, but I kind of feel bad by the fact that they didn't leave out their giant spooky huge eyeballs because that's what made Troodon in the Telltale games, Troodon, which this guy doesn't have. But nice colorings nonetheless. But just information, just extra paleo info, guys. Troodon is an invalid genus, so yep. Speaking of inspirations, we have the Attack Pack Gallimimus, again, which has been spotted in some stores. I have no friggin' clue because, as I said, I live in Korea. Attack Packs aren't released here, so, yeah. This guy is also one of the dinosaurs planned from 2021. It's a Gallimimus based off the original Gallimimus from the Jurassic Park toy line. Nice. Next up, we have Dimorphodon. Pretty wacky color scheme. I don't know what to say about it. It's another Dimorphodon. It's like another raptor from Mattel. It's just another Dimorphodon. So next up we have Cryolophosaurus, who is a nice kind of color change from the original, which was like kind of yellowish. But this guy has like a more of a volcanic ash coloring, which I really like. So, and a bit more accurately colored Sinoceratops. I guess this guy's a bit more movie based than the more Camp Cretaceous based lighter color. This guy has a bit more serious coloring, so yeah. But the sculpt was really nice, so yeah, this is definitely a guy I'll pick up. So next up we have Snap Squad. So Mattel looks like they actually recently they returned to the normal Snap Squads. They left the weird silver metallic version because at first it was cool, but lately, I've been feeling I'm kind of getting sick of all the metallic color schemes. And Mattel realized that as well, so they changed it up. So now we have normal colored dinosaurs, such as the normal colored Bumpy, a reddish colored Triceratops, which is not green, but like the previous one, but very nice indeed. We have a Toro, a non-metallic version as well. We have a Baryonyx Alpha version. What was it? Grim, I think? Yeah, very nice. I really like the snake-like coloring as well. This colors on this guy is dope. And there's also this, which I think it reminds me of the new, like the color scheme, the beige color scheme, like reminds me of the Spinosaurus that is gonna get, which I'm gonna tell you guys about it later. But you guys probably saw it in the news Pangea about the new Mattel Spinosaurus. Like they share a very similar color scheme. I wonder if Spinosaurus is gonna be in Camp Cretaceous, but yeah, it kind of looks like an albino Spino, so which rhymes. Yeah, albino Spino runs really nice off the tongue, huh? So on to the next one. I think this is Charlie. I'm not so sure, but as a guy who missed out on the first Raptor Squad, Echo Delta Charlie, they weren't released in Korea for some reason. So yeah, I guess it's a nice way to catch up. So, as of the Spinosaurus, this is the new Spinosaurus that is gonna get released 2021, and I'm pretty sure this guy's gonna be hell of a shithole to find because I'm pretty sure this guy's not getting released in Korea, and looks like this guy is probably gonna be just as rare as the other Spinos. I know Mattel is making more Spinos to make sure, for other parents to get their hands on the Spinosaurus versions, which are both rare, by the way. The battle damage is super rare. The legacy version is super, super rare, I think. No, I think the battle damage is more rarer, right? Because I don't have the battle damage, but I do have the legacy, so, yeah. So next up, we have Papo, which this year's releases are only 2 measly dinosaurs. So there actually has been rumors because the sculptor that sculpts dinosaurs for Papo is Korean, and there actually has been rumors that he actually retired from Papo due to the ongoing pandemic. So maybe that's why the new two figures do not feature any dinosaurs, because the original sculptor left. So it's a rumor, like it's not confirmed, but yes, just take this with a grain of salt. So we have young Smilodon and a Megalodon. None of them are dinosaurs. Megalodon looks like a generic shark. Young Smilodon looks like a generic lion cub with a big fang. So, yeah, very generic. Not too much to expect. Honestly, very disappointed. So next up, we have X Plus, which is, by the way, not a cheap brand. Like, these are like huge statues, but well, it's also planned for year 2021, so might as well tell it. So this guy is it's a resin statue, and it's the Ceratosaurus from 1 million BC. So which is, by the way, the Ceratosaurus that fought against the Triceratops in stop motion. Very cool looking. It gives a very retro look on the dinosaur that we all love and know as Ceratosaurus. So very nice. I don't think I'm gonna ever purchase this guy though. Like 500, 600, that's a bit too steep for me, but richer collectors could probably afford. So next up we have Takaratomi, which looks like their releases this year is going to be some more capsule dinosaurs, which I mean not dinosaurs but aquatic creatures, which includes the sea scorpion, Dunkleosteus, Archelon, and an ammonite. And it looks like the Archelon and the ammonite are in one set. And it also looks like, I don't know what the small red booklet is on the bottom right. I don't know what it is. It could be more future releases. I don't know, but it looks like there's a skeleton Dunkleosteus and an Ophibinia in there. So, yeah, very hyped for these guys as well. I hope they actually hit Korean shelves. Or, I mean, Korean gacha shelves, so that I'll be able to pick them out and review it for you guys. But yeah, one can only hope. So next up, we have a bit of an unknown brand called F Toys. So they're a company that specifies in dinosaur gachapons, which is gacha figures. You put a coin in, you roll it, and something comes out. So by the way, these guys can actually fetch up quite a price because they are a bit rare to find. So yeah, because they're also quite detailed and small bit detailed. So we have Tyrannosaurus, Stegosaurus, Protoceratops, Allosaurus, and Diplodocus. So both of them come in 2 color variants, and they're planned for 2021. So yeah, if you just happen to run one of them, don't hesitate to pick them up because yeah, they might fetch quite a price. So yeah, with that out of the way, we covered up every single one of the New Year's releases. Yes, so leave it in the comment section. Which figure are you anticipating the most, or which company, or which ones will you buy? I'm personally a collector that buys everything, so yeah, except for the giant statues which cost hundreds of dollars, I'll probably try and pick all of them up. So yep, if you have enjoyed this episode, leave a like. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me out. And until next time, may the Jurassic Spirit be with you. Happy New Year.